Even if people return to the offices are separate offices. We won't be in person anyways.
Yes, but you can still maximize the amount of in-person activity. Twitter is not in one. Tesla is not in one place either. But you know, it's basically if you can show up at an office and you do not show up at the office, resignation accepted.
I found $1 while I was waiting for the bus.
While you were out earning that dollar, you lost $40 by not going to work. The plant called and said if you don't come in tomorrow, don't bother coming in Monday.
Woohoo! A 4-day weekend.
Now, I don't know how much more there is to this clip. I sincerely hope that the entire meeting was recorded, because just the sound of entitlement in this employee's voice is everything that you would hope it would be. I mean, imagine being a whatever employee number 1279 and telling your CEO and Elon Musk that essentially you're smarter than him, and that he should just listen to you. Now, look, CEOs don't know everything about everything, especially in the technical aspects of the job. They hire people around them to do the job, and then they understand things at a high level. But this interaction is perhaps the most delicious yet, as more audio leaks and Elon moves in to Twitter HQ. That and more after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Look, you've been around, you know that I've been talking about Meta PCs for a very long time. In fact, it's the primary computer I use. But it's not just because they're a sponsor. It's for so many more reasons. They have fully customizable, configurable PCs, and all the hardest to find parts in stock and ready to go. They also have ready to ship PCs ready for you today. Here's a couple reasons why I like Meta PCs. First and foremost, it's veteran ownership. Meta PCs is a veteran-owned business. One of Meta's owners has served both in Afghanistan and Iraq and received a Purple Heart for his service. Meta also employs military veterans in Meta's operations center and also provides systems to veterans going back to school to help them re-enter the workforce all across the United States. They offer financing. It has 100% US-based sales and support. And when you receive your PC, it's ready to go right out of the box. You don't have to get complicated and set things up. You just plug it all in and you're ready to rock. And on top of that, Meta PCs is offering you, my viewer, a huge discount when you use the link in the description or you use promo code TheQuartering. If you use my code at checkout, not only do you save money, but you support my content and a company that will not bow to cancel culture. So maybe you're not ready to pick up a new computer today, but when you are, remember to go to metapcs.com and use promo code TheQuartering to support me and to save money. And everybody wins. Now, yeah, you may not be buying a computer right this second, but when you are, Meta is the one I use. It's the laptop I use. It's the one that I recommend to friends and family. They've been a strong supporter of the channel. And on top of that, they're kind of awesome. Exclusive audio. Elon Musk tells Twitter employees to return to office or resignation accepted. Now, when you hear it, though, it just hits different. And of course, now that Elon is moving in and working right out of Twitter HQ, I think you can expect a lot more of these audio leaks and a lot more of hilarity going on at Twitter headquarters. One thing that I have found that's been really funny is just how the media continues to run. Like earlier today when I talked about Yoel Roth quitting, oh my God, the FTC is going to be, the whole thing's collapsing. Let me ask you this. If you use Twitter, did it change really at all once Elon took over? I didn't for me. Did it change? Did it change when he fired 4,000 people, 50% of the headcount of the company? Nope, didn't change one bit. And then the Washington Post and all these people are running. Oh, former Twitter executive says it's standing on stick figures and it's standing on toothpicks. It's going to collapse at any moment. And yet everything just seems to be working just fine. Elon Musk told Twitter staff during an all-hands meeting Thursday that they need to return to the office full-time or resignation accepted. Now, I want to play the actual call, the actual audio here, and break it down because there's a lot going on in 21 seconds. By the way, I know I've got a lot of Twitter news going on. I'm trying to bring in other news, but like this is hard to look away from. But just so you know, I cover video games and, pop culture and movies. So I'm sure we'll have some box office videos tomorrow about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Remember, white people, you're not supposed to see that movie until next weekend, according to social media. So I really, really appreciate all the new subscribers, all my existing subscribers. If you haven't yet, there's a red subscribe button down below. Please do click it. It's really the only way you'll find my videos, and it's really helping the channel. So I just can't thank you enough.
Even if people return to the offices are separate offices. We won't be in person anyways.
This is an employee talking directly to Elon Musk, who I assume does not work there anymore, in response to the everyone come back to work. Now, there are various arguments about work at home and that, there is data that says when allowing people to work from home can be more productive, that it isn't necessarily the same drop-off that maybe people used to think. But Elon Musk is not that guy. He wants everyone in the office as long as they can, unless they're like really, really good at their job. Basically, what Elon is saying is like, if you're the top of your field or you're the top of the company, one of the top workers or producers, you can work from home. What this employee is saying is like, haha, idiot. We all have our own offices, which, by the way, bring back the cube. I think when you start giving everyone their own office, that's when the elitism starts happening. I work for a company, an internet incubator, and we had several open offices, and it was like a big deal to give someone an office because just the perception that your boss is like behind a closed door, it makes you feel less available. Like I had an office because I had to do like high level, conference calls and stuff like that. I never closed my door unless I was on a call. Like, you want to be accessible. So this person's like, listen, Elon, you idiot. We all have our own offices. So it's like we're not really going to be in person anyway. Okay?
The offices are separate offices. We won't be in person anyways.
Yes, but you can still maximize the amount of in-person activity.
Meaning, yes, but you can still have a meeting with 10 people face-to-face anytime you want.
Tesla's not in one place either. It's basically, if you can show up at an office and you do not show up at the office, resignation accepted. End of story.
Now, this is him dealing with a petulant employee who can't read the policy, can't read the room, doesn't understand who Elon is. I am sure that Elon does not like to get questioned. That doesn't mean that he's always right. He's made a lot of mistakes in his life. But you just don't right now. It's like if I were working at Twitter, I'm like assuming I'm making $200,000 to $400,000 a year. I'm keeping my hat. I just survived a 50% layoff. I'm not going to whine and complain about keeping my six-figure job because I have to come into work. Now, there are people that probably took the job on the basis that they could work from home. And maybe their life is set up in a way that they cannot come into the office. Maybe they're the stay-at-home parent. Maybe they're I think that, for them, Elon should make exceptions, especially if it was like a basis of their hiring. And it's not, he hasn't said that he won't make exceptions at all. So there's plenty of people. So he's saying, look, I don't allow this at Tesla. I'm not allowing it here. Twitter began layoffs on Friday that will cut roughly half of its workforce. The company announced in an email. Now, I'm assuming that the people that left, the other executives that left, are probably people that didn't want to come back into the office. And that's their choice. That's an incredible amount of privilege. I assume they have a lot of money in the bank. Maybe they have a set of skills that they feel like they can transfer pretty quickly. But the economy isn't that great right now, and there's 15,000 other recently laid off tech people. If it were me, I wouldn't be so quick to jump ship. But maybe, who knows, Yoel Roth is like the head of some department. Maybe he's got millions of dollars in Twitter stock. I don't know. It's possible. And so maybe he's just piecing out, or the marketing person or ad sales person. They might have a ton of money, or they just don't want to come into work. They're volunteering to leave. But that's exactly what Elon wants. Elon knows, and I've said this on Twitter, and I'll say it again. Elon knows that company doesn't need more than a couple hundred people to run. You might make the argument, well, they have 2,000 content moderators. That could certainly be automated. The idea that, WhatsApp served 350 million people with about 50 staff, 50 staff. Twitter had nearly 8,000. The fact that they're still at 4,000, I would predict that Elon is going to keep his thumb on these people to squeeze out all the other weak people. I bet you he wants to get down to about 2,500 relatively quickly. And he's going to do it by grinding their D's in the dirt, especially, in particular. And you can see Musk's Twitter wants to take on YouTube, the Snapchat creator who posts 100 videos a day. Yeah, of course he wants to take on YouTube. He wants to take on YouTube, Snapchat, all the stuff he's got. He can too. And he sent a new email today too. You have Slate. Twitter's in grave security danger right now. No, it isn't. It's fine. Now, Elon Musk is now working out of Twitter headquarters, thanks employees for long hours. On Friday, Twitter's new owner, Elon Musk, sent a company-wide email to employees of the social media giant, thanking them for working long hours since he took over on October 28th. Musk said that he had personally stayed at Twitter's headquarters office in San Francisco late Thursday night as well. He invited employees who have returned to the San Francisco office who survived last week's 50% reduction in workforce to come visit with him. Overnight, Twitter also appeared to pause its $7.99 a month Twitter Blue subscription service, which allowed users of the social network to pay it to attain a blue verified checkmark. Many users abused the new subscriber badge to impersonate brands and famous people who acquired blue checks via the company's original verification system. We saw what happened with the Eli Lilly thing. Now they're trying to say that that's because he, that they impersonated him and then the stock dropped and then lost billions of dollars. It doesn't actually appear to be a lot of truth to that. It seems to be coincidental, but the media picked that up. So I think that he's probably going to rethink rolling that back out. I don't know if I've lost mine or not. I don't care. Like I said, I just wanted to be able to upload my videos there, which I'll start doing next week. Interesting wake-up call for a lot of these people who have been spending the last few years of their lives at what appears to be, based on the videos I've seen, adult daycare with, a roof with wine on tap and cafe mocha lattes. And, these people have never actually done any real work. And I predict you're going to see a big group continue to leave and probably another round of layoffs early next year. That's just my prediction. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.